Yo, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another video here. You probably noticed I've had a haircut. Oh man, everything's gonna be topsy-turvy on this channel for the next week or so, because a lot of you know I'm putting my computer in for repair because it's currently broken, and I'm recording, I'm editing via my laptop because stuff isn't working on my main PC. Just gonna put you in the picture. Thursday it gets repaired, and I then don't have it. Well, no, it's going to be in for repair, then I don't get it for another 2 weeks. This video is going to be all about something that kind of broke on Reddit and was then put to global newspapers. Unfortunately, I absolutely despise talking about this particular newspaper or publication or whatever. It's The Sun. Okay, so sad to do that, but Marvel Contest of Champions has now been thrusted into the limelight because of a wife's frustration with her husband excessively spending money on Marvel Contest of Champions. Now, part of me feels like, because I think it's talking in, it doesn't even say dollars, I get a feeling that this is either going to be like a prolific spender of the game, right, that we may know of or not, and it's crazy. It's honestly crazy. So the big tagline of story behind this is $58,000 spent, which the Sun newspaper, I have to kind of cover the advert because I don't want to get in trouble. The Sun newspaper referred to as a £42,000 on mobile on the mobile game. Right, and it's like, it's because I was reading, I thought, okay, mobile game, like what is this? And then it is name dropped. He began playing a phone game called Marvel Contest of Champions, and he managed to spend almost £31,000, according to the wife. Now, this is the wife said that her 27-year-old hubby was not happy with having finances control. Anyway, so basically, the wife now has taken financial control of this. This is all detailed in the Reddit thing, so I'm going to refer back to the Reddit thing. The only reason I mentioned The Sun, terrible, horrible things that The Sun have done in the past, is that it's kind of like a big English newspaper. So I think people know The Sun in the US and other places. So yeah, I mean, no one likes The Sun. Terrible things they've done. They can do like a charity or kind of like the Best of Britain or whatever it is kind of thing, and have this kind of big award ceremony to reward people that do things with care, but it doesn't escape the fact of things that they've done in the past. In any case, all of that aside, let's focus on the main kind of like thing with this. So my husband and I are in late 20s. Ooh, and this is an M, by the way. This is an M. Before you wondering, this is an M. Okay, we are to be married very, very soon, by the way. So yeah, 58k isn't a small amount last year. Our combined income is 209. Oh wow! Ooh! Oh, there we go. So it doesn't seem that bad. You look at this, go like, well, you've obviously done very well, and I guess that's the thing, isn't it? They're going like, hey, if you do very well, and me and Em kind of go like, okay, do we have any extra money left over? And we put stuff into a joint account, and then we have like a few kind of like P's to spend, and go, right, well, what we're going to do, we're going to buy something nice, we'll have a takeaway, or we'll kind of like, we'll go out for the day somewhere. That's just different because we're at, a lot lower level to this. But if you're earning kind of like 219k, you might have expendable income. You do you. If you're a very successful person, thumbs up. Have fun where you can, and that's really the thing. There'll be people that are unable to achieve this, but at the same time, enjoy the money. Put it into business of some kind. NFTs, cryptocurrency. Support a local business. If you've got the means to do it, or support, or kind of like you're aiming for something, hey, again, have at it. That's not the point of this. But the point of this is going like, it's just funny. It is hilarious. But gambling addiction. Because the thing is, this could be early signs of gambling addiction. That's the serious side of things. You could go like, right, well, the wife is now controlling the finances. But what if this was actually him having like not just going like, oh, I'll spend some money in like a mobile game. It's like, well, what if he's actually got a gambling addiction? Because gambling addiction is not a case of like just throwing money into a mobile game. It's like compulsive type behavior. I know I used to do that back when I got my very first paycheck. When I was in my early teens, I go down to the bookmakers and put some money in the roulette machine, or kind of like put some money on some bets. And then after a while, it kind of goes like, you kind of think, why am I doing this? And then you get out of that phase. But for a time, you kind of you do have this compulsive nature to do it. But once you get out of it, right, the grass is always greener. So yeah, let's have a look here. It's strange to have this kind of like, as mentioned, it's a little bit funny, but a little bit not at the same time. It's good that the wife is taking control to a degree because, as I said, if he's got a gambling problem, this needs to be dealt with. And if this is the only way to be dealt with, then thank God. He made a Reddit post and someone said I could get more replies here since he tried to use one saying I should cut him some slack as an I told you so. At the end of the day, you don't sound like you should be married to one another. I'm not one to be like a marriage counsellor on this, but I've got to be honest. You sound like you're both very kind of like bad for each other. Because if one is trying to get like, I don't know, kudos from the community to say, well, I've got expendable income, I can spend it where I want. Well, you seem like you're very young and married and not kind of like understanding like one another. You're not chill with one another as well. Because like me and Em are very chill with one another. We each have our separate money we do a separate thing with. And we have a joint account which we kind of put our money into. Anything left over is then our own kind of like pocket money and spending money. It seems like you are both very... no, Richard, don't get involved. I'm not going to get involved with other people's relationship. But here's the thing. You end up looking at this stuff and going like... Nah, if you're controlling one another, that ain't cool. Like I let him, like we both do our own thing, and we come together with a unity. So we're kind of like, but we're both chilling, doing our own stuff. We have a joint account we put money into on a monthly basis. We have a little bit of money left over that we can just do whatever we want with that individual money. Whether or not again, as I said, like NFTs, cryptocurrency stuff that I want to do. We're investing in business, and then we'll kind of like do our own stuff, whether or not she's doing crafts or kind of like her kind of Etsy shop and things. We're both doing like our own thing, and that's really the kind of the best way you can be with it. But yeah, it both sound like very petty. I did contact Apple, and I got a lot of it refunded. 53.7k to be exact. My God, the thing is like Kabam. Is kind of like down on when it comes to money at the moment, man. that's I mean, Kabam, they're not, they can't run that game for free. They got shareholders are going to be very much pissed on that one. I can imagine that person has got. Oh, that's an interesting thing then, because there aren't those people that get that minus credits thing. Imagine if that is somebody that kind of like we talked about, I think in the past, like had all of it refunded. They're going to be minus in those credits. Just the two huge concurring bursts of purchases. The only others littered throughout the month, and the ones exceeding the 60-day period weren't refunded. I couldn't come up with a plausible explanation to get them refunded without looking too suspicious. We had separate accounts, but I decided I needed all the money in one place to keep an eye on it and him from now on. So I am the a-hole for cutting him off. No, you are both a-holes. Because it seems like, again, you don't have the boundary set of like, what is the main thing? The main thing should be keep a joint account and stipulate how much has to go into said joint account. Then anything left over is then up for you both to spend. My God, I am turning into a marriage counsellor. I'm not even frigging married. And already I can come up with a better kind of situation. Also, he seems like he's got a compulsive problem and should go into some sort of Gamblers Anonymous of some kind. My God, like it's a bit crazy on this one. Anyway, let's just go with what's here. What's going down? NTA. Anyone that would drop 58k on a mobile game cannot be trusted with a family bank account. That's true. That's why it's got to go into a joint account. Hijacking link to husband's post. Okay, what's kind of like what's his side of things? Oh, it's been removed. Okay, well that's the thing. I don't get to find his kind of like side of things on it. What assurance does she have that you won't do it again? Impacted to spending 50k. Honestly, a wife should cut her losses now. The arrangement will just lead her to resent you over time. You're a grown ass adult who can handle his own spending and needs his wife to hand him an allowance. Well, yeah, look. Means to an end, but at the same time, oh God, I think you're both very petty, especially because you're handling this online, but in this manner. It's like what is this? What does it come to when you handle your affairs online? And we've seen it countless times with celebrities. This is two people of one person in the community and one other person. You're just as bad as each other, really. Maybe you deserve one another because you're so bad for one another. It's crazy. 2 years married and kind of like coming to this situation. Man, okay, this is mad. And as well, like to get like the attention of what is a terrible national newspaper. I am, it's beyond. It's seriously beyond belief to read a lot of this, but I don't really know what to say with it. I think that's the point of leaving. I'll just throw over to you guys, the community. What do you think of this situation? Was this put into the Marvel Contest of Champions one? I don't think it was. Maybe the top article was, or whatever. Relationship and it's called relationship advice. You're honestly just as bad for each other. This isn't in the Contest of Champions Reddit. My God, like, what a spicy little nugget of a thing to bring you. I am the asshole. There's a thing called I am the asshole. Oh, god damn, man. No, honestly, like, this is the craziest shit I've ever read in all my 5 years of making Marvel Contest of Champions related content. 5 friggin' years. And 7 years of playing the game. I haven't heard of anything more ridiculous than this. This was hilarious, but at the same time, I don't think you're going to watch this video. I just think you're bad for each other. And I think you both want to learn a lot of lessons. And I'm just about to get married, but I've been with M for 10 years. So here's the thing. We know one another. We know how we both kind of like work, tick. We have boundaries of things when it comes to the way that our finance is managed, and we get on fine. We have a joint account where we both agree on specific amount to go in from both of our accounts into one, and then it's a case of whatever's left over we then get to use for other means. And a lot of the time it's just a case of like, well, that money goes to, I don't know, me investing into cryptocurrency, NFTs and business, and for M it's kind of like a case like she'll then take that and do whatever. My God. What a thing! What a video to post on a Tuesday. I'm gonna drink my tea, sip my tea right here. Make sure as well to hit some of the content that's going to be on screen right now. And thoughts in the comment section about this. This was funny yet very sad at the same time. And I'll see you very soon. Bye bye, everybody.